at Lakes, he's the guy. You better keep him nice and clean. Believe me, we like the environment more than anybody. We want clean water and we want clean air. And you have warriors. You had guys, they fought for us, 197 to nothing. We were think of it, the Republicans, 197 on the House to nothing. Congressman Ken Buck, come on up. Congressman Scott Tipton. And Congressman Doug Lamborn. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. And we're also joined tonight by somebody that you really love. I mean, and I love him too, but there's a reason he's my son, Don Jr. And Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kimberly, thank you, Kimberly. And a man, he happens to own the Chicago Cubs, but that's okay. He's done an incredible job, actually. He had a 5-year plan. On the 5th year, the stadium was fully rebuilt, and they won the World Series. That's not bad, right? He had a 5-year plan. RNC Finance Chairman Todd Ricketts. Come on up, Todd. Come on up. Come on up, Todd. And I mentioned him a little earlier, but you didn't know he was here. I just said, you know, he's a champion. He's a winner. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. He's a tough cookie. He's the kind of people that made our country great. Truly, they made our country great. He started off with 2 people fighting each other. Then he got 4 people fighting each other. Then he got them fighting each other. Then he got 6 and 8 and 12. All of a sudden, people started watching and looking. And I was proud to hold his first event. That's why he loves me. They said it's too dangerous. Nobody would take it. I'm the only one who said, take it. We'll take it. And it was unbelievable. I went and I said, this is great. Let's do it again. And he has been my friend for a long time. And they put together a phenomenal deal. It's called UFC. He's the UFC president. And they just sold the company. He started it off for about $30, and they just sold it for $4 billion. And the people that bought it said, we're not buying it unless Dana White stays back and runs it. So Dana White, come on up. He's now a very wealthy guy. Come here.
What's up, Colorado? How are you today? So, I'm not a very political person, I'll start there, but let me say this. There's things that I can tell you about the President of the United States that you don't hear on TV and you don't hear from other people. Like you said, I've known this man for 20 years. We've actually become even closer since he's become the President of the United States. When somebody becomes the President of the United States, you don't ever expect to hear from them again, okay? And I understand it. It absolutely makes sense. This guy is so loyal and such a good friend. Every time I see him, I saw him today. When I met him on Air Force One, the first thing he said to me is, how is your family? How is your family? Good man, very loyal, and a very good friend. I see a lot of things from Mr. Trump that the public doesn't see. And the people who surround me every day see how this man treats me as a friend and other people he's friends with. He's a fighter. He loves this country. He's doing great things for this country, and we got to win this election again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Because, you know, we get tired of hearing from these politicians all the time. Right, politicians, right? What a job he does, and we thank you very much, Dan, and you are my great friend, and thank you. So, I want to bring up a man who's going to win the election with us. And really, he has been. He's been so rock solid. You know, there were stories, will he? Because we're doing great in the state. We're doing great. And, you know, your Second Amendment, you like the Second Amendment. It's under siege. But with Cory and with me, they're not going to play with your Second Amendment. Not going to happen. But it is under siege. You see what's happening. But somebody, we fight together, and he's been so great. Cory Gardner, please come on up, please.